Everybody, Evan here, your proud American over anything, your proud Trump supporter, and of course proud Republican. It is good to be with you. I wanted to take the time in this video to react to the liberals and the left's outrage against Trump after Trump took the time to visit Texas. Now, at this point, Trump has already visited Texas twice, not once, twice, but the outrage really existed on the first visit, and it was crazy. So, I wanted to play this montage of the left giving the memo to the American people that Trump has no empathy. Note, this is their apparent new level of expertise. They're able to analyze people and how they feel. So now they're doctors. They have a doctor's degree. Okay? A couple weeks ago they were saying Trump's crazy and that he has early on dementia. Now they're saying that, well, he has no empathy. So I'm going to play this montage of all of the people who were saying Trump has no empathy. It's mainly people on MSNBC and CNN. I forget off the top of my head if this video had anyone from Fox News, but overall, this is just the left's craziness. So, I'm going to play it, after I will react, and then I'll give you my analysis on the whole Harvey situation.
Briefly, did Donald Trump have his empathy moment today?
He didn't have the empathy moment yet, but he's done a very good job, except for asking or complimenting the crowd size that came out to greet him. Empathy's never been a strong suit in the first place.
He didn't hug a mom or hold a baby or shake someone's hand or ask a senior how they were doing. It was really remarkable. He acted like this was a big field trip, and it was the biggest and the best response, and we're going to congratulate each other later. It was typical Donald Trump without an ounce of empathy.
But has he ever been exposed to a situation?
And Jim, those words there show that the president is still very much learning on the job in terms of empathy, learning on the job in terms of how to react and relate to the individuals here who are,
the human element seemed to be absent outside of the self-congratulatory gestures of the conference. I mean, of the press conference. It seems to me it's just concerned about optics. Just concerned about optics, and I wish they would be concerned about people.
They were saying that it's going to be key to see the way he has real feelings and real empathy. How does he respond in this first big situation like this? What will you be looking for?
There's the empathy factor. There's the response there is making people feel like he's engaged and he's going to be a leader.
That's what President Trump is trying to convey today in his visit, and appropriately so. He is going to have to show some real feeling, some real empathy to the people in Texas that have been hit in this devastating manner.
In that way, it remains to be seen what the empathy factor is going to be here. I think he understands the magnitude of the storm, the depth of the destruction, the gravity of the rescue efforts that are underway. What we are hoping to see today, or what we might see today, is where the president is in terms of what Jeff was talking about, the hugs, the handshakes, the sort of compassion effort of this. He hasn't tweeted a whole lot, but I think for Trump, he's probably in the best position that he can be at this moment. Not too many political risks, and really all he has to do is just be there, shake hands, offer a couple of words of empathy and support, and this visit ought to be a fairly smooth sailing success.
So, Brianna, at least that clip there and earlier remarks that he made almost sounded as though he was coming to a small campaign rally. And that, of course, is not what he is here in Texas for. He has very little in terms of empathy from this president, very little in terms of emotion or talking directly to the people of Texas. He's been talking about the businesses, talking about the response and his crowd. But certainly this is a test, a new moment for this president. But how he'll ultimately be judged, Brianna, as every president is in a disaster like this, is not on today. Is on the response and the recovery and how Texas rebuilds if they get federal funds, etc., months, perhaps even years from now. Brianna?
That is right, and so many people in need as we look at these pictures. Jeff Zeleny is going to stand by for us as we do await President Trump going to this emergency operations center, and we hope to get more information about how things are going there in Texas. I want to go now to Houston, which is where more than 3,500 people have been rescued and more still need help as the water continues to rise, flooding roadways, it's swallowing homes, and CNN's Brian Todd is in Houston for us. Brian, I know that you rode along with a Customs and Border Protection helicopter team today. What have they been doing, and what did you see?
Well, Brianna, we just landed a short time ago after flying much of the day with that Customs and Border Protection unit called the Air and Marine Operations Unit. Their operations, their rescues have gone at a furious pace. This unit...
I did not hear him speak about the victims of this flood. And I'm wondering, you know him, you've spent time with him. Is there something missing here in him?
I would say this. I mean, I noticed that too. It was pretty conspicuous by its absence. I remember talking to him in maybe October of 2015. We were on his plane. We had a lot of time to kill, and we were just sort of talking. And I said, Mr. Trump, how do you envision, being like an empathetic person? Some of the biggest moments of presidential leadership are moments of empathy, whether it's George W. Bush at Ground Zero or Barack Obama in South Carolina, something like that. And he didn't even look up. He was actually watching TV. He didn't even look up. He said, I think empathy will be one of the strongest parts of Trump. I think those are his exact words. And I think what was striking about that is he almost conveyed it as a commodity, as something to sort of show off when the time came, and not something to actually feel and not something to actually go through. Look, we just...
So, that was the outrage from the left. And first of all, that last part, I was on the plane with him, and I think that's how he said it. First of all, you can't trust him because, we don't know if he really is... it's probably like he's anti-Trump. All these people on these shows are anti-Trump. They all just want to make him look bad, so we can't trust that guy and what he said. I was there and this and that. I believe he was there, but they will twist anything, and if these people get the chance, they will make Trump look like the worst guy in the world. They'll make him look worse than Hitler, which they've compared him to who I think would be considered the worst person in history, the most evil piece of garbage. They make him look as bad and sometimes worse. So my point is that whoever this person was in the end of the video, I was on the plane with Trump, are we really going to take his word for it? Or any of these people's words when they act like Trump has no empathy? They have no way of knowing what's in Trump's heart. And I heard the other day something Bill O'Reilly said, it's like they're grading empathy. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. They don't have any agenda but to make Trump look as bad as they can make him to look. That is the truth. Anybody who buys this I really would love someone to come and say, I really buy this. This is the level of insanity from the media. But then there was another piece of outrage besides this, and besides the fact that they are not doctors and they have no way of telling what Trump feels in his heart. They went a step further, and I guess when Melania came off the plane, at first she was wearing sneakers, dressing more casual. She had a cool FLOTUS hat, First Lady of the United States. I really liked that they were both matching with the caps and the casual look. I thought it was cool. However, looks don't matter compared to the destruction, compared to how many people died, compared to the people who are suffering, compared to how many people can we save from or under the debris and under the flooding, and how many people can we try to save from being submerged in the flooding? What is the concern of all these people instead of trying to help people and save people and give them hey, we're there for you, even though you don't like us and we're the media. They did not send that to the people of Texas. They did the same thing they always do, which is bash Trump. And it works fine for them because this is their base, even though they're the lowest, MSNBC and CNN, way lower than Fox. So, we're going, so it's just really crazy that all these people were like this, and, but this is the new level, like I said, insanity. This is how they operate. So now, there was outrage from people who tweeted about the situation, and the New York Times and many newspapers said, oh wow, Melania's wearing high heels, and, she had a casual look, but then when she went back on the plane, she's wearing stilettos. So, casual look, coming off the plane, going back on, she's wearing high heels. Everybody goes crazy. Why is she wearing high heels? And they went a step further. Oh my god, she's wearing sunglasses. Like any of this matters. She's going back to Washington, D.C. And then people saying, oh, they didn't, go where any of the flood was or where any of the badness is. So they want Trump and Melania to go where the worst of everything is. It's almost as if they want them to go where the worst of the storm was and have them suffer. How about you go there and check it out? All these people who tweeted about it, I don't see them traveling on boats. Traveling to Texas and going on boats. The only people in boats are the people rescuing people. And I bet you 90% of those people are probably Trump supporters when you live in Texas. So here was one of the one of the crazy statements, the crazy tweets that people came up with after seeing that Melania was wearing stilettos. Again, as if that mattered. Nothing says I'm in touch with, and then it had a picture of Melania and Trump he was wearing boots and had the casual look with the jacket and the hat, and she had her look with the high heels and the, less casual jacket and the sunglasses. So nothing says I'm in touch with the people and then it's the picture, as if it matters. And then it says on the bottom, Manilows are the new rain boots. Oh. They're the new rain boots. Come on. Then you had Chelsea Handler, another liberal, left-wing, crazy person, made fun of Melania Trump, by the way, saying she couldn't speak well. I thought liberals weren't supposed to make fun of people who don't speak great English, but I guess not, which Melania speaks great English, but on principle, if she didn't, why do they call themselves liberal when they make fun of people who are minority, or people who come from other countries, immigrants? Melania taking off for Houston on AF1 in stilettos. Like it matters. Look at that, Melania in jean sneakers. Fake news strikes out again. Thank you, POTUS and FLOTUS, for showing support to the people. So that was somebody who was saying, guys, stop, come on. They're there supporting Texas. But just those pieces of it, and then the title in the New York Times, because right now I'm on the NewYorkTimes.com, and the title was Melania Trump off to Texas finds herself on thin heels. Is this not overdramatic or crazy? Is this really the level they have gotten? And the truth is, it is the level. So, a couple points I had to make. Why is the left questioning empathy? Well, because they ran out of ideas, and, they've been bashing the first family that is operating in the White House right now ever since they got elected, and they have no other insults in their heads, so this is what they've died down to. The Russia story died, Charlottesville is over now, so they can't stay on, oh, he's a racist, but they always come back to that anyway. They can't say the, anti-immigrant thing right now, because they've already done that too much, so the new thing is what Melania Trump was wearing. They ran out of insults, and they have nothing else to talk about, so it was empathy, which is what they have to talk about in this bad tragedy. They're politicizing a tragedy. If we are going to talk empathy, guess what? If we're going to talk empathy, the media should focus on how Fox had the most coverage when it came to Manchester, or how Hillary praises such bad people like Robert Byrd and Margaret Sanger and all these people that are part of the KKK. That is what they should have been talking about. Or the fact that she stole money along with Bill from Haiti. Those are the things that people should have focused on, the media. About their empathy and sympathy towards those people, but no. And, like I said, Fox News had the most coverage about the Manchester attack. Compared to CNN and MSNBC, they kept on talking about Russia, Russia, Russia. That's all they know how to talk about. Then, how Nancy Pelosi, to a mother of whose child died from an illegal immigrant, Nancy Pelosi said to their face, "Oh, no illegal immigrants have killed anybody." To her face. Why you call yourself a politician for the people? For the people? BS for the people. Only Trump's for the people. And then, Democrats hardly voting for Kate's Law. Something that they should vote for because it's an insult to Kate Steinle who died. These are just examples of what the media should have been focusing on for the past couple of years, but instead they focus on Melania Trump's stilettos. And they also, by the way, focused on that she had a Louis Vuitton bag. So, she had stilettos, a Louis Vuitton bag, like these things have any bearing. So, she's a wealthy individual like Donald Trump, like many others. You think Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi are poor? No. No way are they poor. They probably steal money every day from someone. So, I don't understand what the outrage was for. Well, I do. The outrage was because they hate Trump, but I don't understand how they're getting away with it like they are in the way that people buy into it. Because there are many people who hate Trump who buy into this stuff, and the tweets prove that. And people have to stop. We have to focus on a couple things. Texas is in a tragedy. And the left politicizing a tragedy is disgusting. Number one. Number two, we should be focusing on how to help Texas. People, anybody who's listening right now, please have that room in your heart to donate, because they really need as much as they can have. And more than money, what's important is sending them supplies. Some people are doing baby packages. I'm sure some people are sending food, water, different things. People should be focusing on that. People should say, hey, look at how Texas together, they work together. And that's what the media probably hated deep down, but they won't say it. Texans were working together. They weren't divided. The left and the media always try to divide people, and the people in Texas were uniting each other, helping each other, friend helping friend, neighbor helping neighbor. And Trump, when he went the second time, they showed their love for him because they know that he does have the empathy that the media claims that he doesn't. So, that is the conclusion of everything that I had to say. Tell me what you think. Always subscribe. Tell me what you think. I always am open to debate, and I will make another video soon. Thank you, everybody, and as always, make America great again.